Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the invitation to visit such a beautiful country as Bhutan. I would like to thank to the Center of Buddhist Studies for this kind invitation. And I will do this presentation. Hope you don't feel like too much expected, because it's not an academic presentation. It's just trying to apply the Dakini and bring this aspect to modern society and contemporary female. So thank you so much again. Bhutan is beautiful, and I'm really happy to be here with you all. So what is Dakini? Every day we hear in many places talk about Dakini. Dakini, she's Dakini, Dakini. Dakini is not really a beautiful woman that is wife of a lama. Usually people think that Dakini is the wife of a great high Rinpoche, high lama, and that is not true. I mean, that is not only that, and that is only a misunderstanding of the concept of Dakini. So, veneration of Dakinis appears to have first emerged in India sometime between the 10th and 12th centuries, but it was within Buddhist Tantra that Dakinis developed into richly complex archetypes of liberating power. From the point of view of sacred outlook, women are the embodiment of the principle of emptiness. Taking the form and face value as substance away causes the observer to miss the essential nature at the form. That is why the Dakini is a symbol. When we see the symbol nature of the Dakini, there is fresh insight about the nature of all phenomena. So that was I was trying to say. Dakini is not only the female or the wife of a high Rinpoche, but is this aspect, the fresh insight and nature of phenomena. So what is the importance of women in the tantric quests? The women on tantric Buddhism and their divine countenance are often called Dakinis, female embodiment of enlightenment energy, transitable as women who dance in space or women who reveal the freedom of emptiness. This is the translation of Dakini, the sky dancer, the female that dances in space. The Tantras are gynocentric texts in which women are often the subjects of the discussion. It does not follow that women were impassive objects or male observation or subjugation. This is a big point, because usually when we hear about Dakinis in our days, and especially in the West, where I come from, Dakinis are like male used as male observation, like very beautiful women that men get enchanted, or sometimes are called even witches. And it's really a nice and interesting point to see that they are totally the opposite. The aspect of Dakini is power and wisdom, not subjugation. Women must discover the divine female essence within themselves. That is the purpose of this paper. What I am trying to do and implement is female empowerment. So, using the Dakini aspect in every female, we can bring this divine female essence within ourselves. So, this should inspire self-respect, confidence, and the divine pride that is necessary to traverse the tantric path. Divine as a deity is quantitatively different from arrogance, from is not motivated by a sense of degliancy or compensatory self-aggrandment. What I mean here is not talking about proud, to be proud of, but the concept of divine pride, being proud of our essence, of our true nature, of our wisdom aspect as female. So, to preserve her paradigms, Dakini, the feminine archetype. What is this? This is totally inspired in Carl Jung psychology, the archetypes. So what is the feminine archetype? Two pervasive paradigms have prevailed, sometimes facilitating understanding, but finally inhibiting an appropriate explanation of the Dakini in the Tibetan Vajrayana tradition. The first prevailing model is that of the anima in Jungian psychology, an archetype of the feminine closely associated with the unconscious, embedded in the psyche of a male. The second, more recent model derives from feminist source, which treat the Dakini as a female goddess figure who may be, on the one hand, a creation of patriarchal fantasy, or the other, a remain of some pre-patriarchal past who champions women in androcentric settings. Each of these paradigms has obscured an accurate understanding of the Dakini in her Tibetan sense. And this I would like to leave here very clear. Patriarchism means I'm not feminist. This is there. Feminine or feminist? Feminine. I feel feminine. I'm not feminist. I don't believe women need to fight for their rights. They need to know how wisely achieve their place and do it with the same wisdom and skillful means and using their compassive action. So, when we hear about feminism, people get scared and think here comes a group of women that scream and shout and do crazy things. You're smiling, but it's true. To remain and keep their goals. True feminine essence has nothing to do with feminism. Because feminine essence has to do with wisdom, with activity, exactly Dakini principle. Dakini principle is wisdom and wise activity. So it has nothing to do with feminism or trying through aggressive ways reach some important points. So female, it's the archetype of wisdom. The feminine strategy to delete the disruptive force, which we find in the mythology of women era, is quite different from the masculine. Feminine taming power is sometimes stronger and much appropriate than the combative effort of man. What is this meaning? For example, if we observe and we see many political female or female in politics, they are female in aspect, but they are very male in their behaviors. What is the meaning of this? Means that they sometimes need to have that exterior aspect so they can get affirmation between so many male. Especially when you look at politics all over the world, you see maybe 80% men, 20% women. And then also you see war, also you see greedy, also you see corruption. Where is the compassive aspect of wisdom? The archetype of wisdom is an energy center that channels the instinctual energies to heart teaching. The attentive, tender, sensitive, actively receptive, concerned heart purify of all hardness, indifference, prejudice, and hatred. It is a result of the psychic experience of countless women knowing the secrets of the earth. This is another big point, the importance of women and their relation with Mother Earth. Mother Earth provides everything, is the basis of everything that sustains us, that maintains us, exactly like female. Female are the essence of everything. They raise and give life. That's why I believe we do not need to renounce this experience, but to unfold it, as it is our great ancestral heritage and we must not lose it. Because it if we abdicate from our feminine nature and we pretend to neutralize the gender effects, this psychologically experience will be lost forever.
You have 4 minutes.
Okay, I will just finish. So, why bring Vajrayogini to mind aspects of contemporary female? Because Vajrayogini is maybe the most empowered female Buddha. Also for women, the relationship with Vajrayogini is one of identity. Identification with divine female role models gave women an excellent basis to self-confidence, namely the divine pride, proud to be of women, proud of their bodies, proud of raising and giving birth, proud of their energy, fearless, total fearless. Why women are scared? So divine pride, the anthropomorphism of the infinite being. Carl Jung called it divine archetype. That comes from awakening one's innate divinity. So for contemporary female, what we need to awake our innate divinity, to feel good being female, not to feel ashamed, not to feel subdued. So take a passionate persona, one derived from the real passion in our soul. Be on fire with primordial zeal. This is the advice for the contemporary women that want to increase their Vajrayogini aspect, mind aspect, and try to begin to engage in Buddhist action. Buddhism is not only philosophy. Buddhism is practice. Practice is in the field with people, touching people's heart. So here is the point. Why important archetype of Vajrayogini to female that want to engage and practice Buddhism in the field, engaging, compromising, giving love, hope, motivation to other women. This is the big point. Do not be afraid to express your enthusiasm for what you really believe in a relationship or venture. Fully engage. Do not be afraid to be intense in the occasion calls for it. Vajrayogini demonstrates a state of total awareness which is vitalized by the free flow of passion. Make note, her passion is free from selfish or harmful expression. Here is the difference of feminism. This is not feminism. Selfish or harmful expression. No need. Apply the same principles to the expression of your passion. Vajrayogini integrates within herself both male and female aspects. So, bring your passion into service of a higher cause of service. The Bodhisattva vow encouraged enlightened beings not to take their full liberation until all sentient beings are liberated. Vajrayogini is a glowing example of how being your bliss is both the example and the fulfillment. So, just to finish, the awareness of principle feminine is, I am a woman, I am in power. If I feel my power and I take my power out and give them to others through love and compassion activity, we will have a new world. So, this is Lotus Heart, the NGO in Nepal, where we work and try to put in practice all what I've been here discussing, not academically. So we go to remote village, we go to nunneries, we work in healthcare for women, nuns, lay people, especially in remote areas of Nepal, villages, where they give labor at home with no conditions, no any kind of health and sanitation. So this is Lotus Heart. Projects in the field engaged with female healthcare and empowerment, because we also provide education. So the Dakini is movement, action, engagement, joy, beauty, diviner strength, and wisdom. Feminine awakening is the art of women all around the world. In order to deeply touch the art of the sacred feminine, we have to begin to embody it. I would like every female here to reflect upon this. So I make deep aspirations for women as embodiment sacred activism, as a unique kind, this sacred word manifest their love through their enlightenment contributions in a world that needs the restoration of feminine values of sharing, caring, collaborating, and oneness. So I dedicate much praise and gratitude to all the great masters, past, present, and future, who have kept the Dharma accessible. May it continue to flourish. May the merits generated by this presentation bring benefit to all beings. And thank you very much. Wish you all the best. And thank you so much for your kindness and patience.